Hey, welcome to the lecture. In this lecture, we'll be learning how to communicate with GitHub using SSH protocol. Now, SSH means secure shell. It is also known as secure socket shell and is a Unix-based command interface and protocol for securely getting access to a remote computer. SSH keys are a way to identify trusted computers. Now, this identification process does not involve passwords and is more secure than a password-based authentication system. To achieve SSH authentication, we need to generate public-private key pair. Now let me explain what is meant by private and public key pair. We'll show how to generate those keys in subsequent lectures. Public key is meant to be shared publicly. The public key is what its name suggests. It is made available to everyone via a publicly accessible repository or directory. Private key. Now, if you generated the key pair, you should keep the private key to yourself in an absolute secure manner and never share it with anyone. The public key, however, is shareable. Let's say Bob and Alice are two persons. Now, if Bob wants to send sensitive data to Alice and wants to be sure that only Alice may be able to read it, he will encrypt the data with Alice's public key. Only Alice has access to her corresponding private key and as a result is the only person with the capability of decrypting the encrypted data sent by Bob back into its original form. So far, we communicated with GitHub using HTTPS protocol. Now, in subsequent lectures, we'll talk about public-private key pair usage from the perspective of SSH protocol communication between your local repository in your local machine and GitHub. Now let me show you how a public and private key looks like. So this is how a public key looks like and this is how a private key looks like. It looks pretty esoteric because it is in an encrypted format. If we scroll down, we can see the end of the private key.